Hi, and welcome to Python tutorial of a database connection developed using Visual Studio Code's development environment. Okay, let me show you guys how this works. But just for your information, this particular tutorial is at a request of someone out there. So let's first of all research. Enter the data in there to look for. So let's assume I just enter whatever value in there. There we go. It's not found. And let's enter a valid data. Let's say 545057. There, and that is it. That's Sonny Omen. That's my big brother. Okay. And this guy will actually also want to know how this was generated using the barcode and the name dynamic hunter. So let me just show you his details here. This is another message received from this guy. What's up, bro? Nice video, but I have two questions. The first one is how the barcode was generated, I believe, and the second one is dynamic hunter. Can you forward the link to the Wu-Tang name generator, please? And I have a request. Please create a system with MySQL connection using Python in Visual Studio. Okay, now let me answer one or two of your questions. The first one is the font. This is the link of the font which I'm going to send to you, and I will also include it on my description area. And the second one is the Wu-Tang name generator. So if I enter my name in there, Paul Omen, you click on generate, and that's it. That's what's going to give you dynamic hunter, just like this guy here. Okay, see this guy, there are some other names there. Let's go for any other name and click on generate. That's what you get. But if you look for Paul Omen, click on that, dynamic hunter. That is where that name comes from, and that is why I also have it on my main page here. You can see dynamic hunter. So I believe I've answered all your questions. So I'm going to send you the link of everything. Maybe first of all, just reply quick to his comment. Just click on the comment thing and then reply him. Where's reply? That is it right there. That is the font. Okay, I'm just going to enter font in there. Font. And the next one is the Wu-Tang name generator. That's the comment there. Come right down here. There, the name generator. So copy all of that for him. So even if you guys want, I will include all of this in the description area. That is it, replied there. So minimize that. Okay, back in here. So I'm going to reset and let's add new data in there. Let's assume this new person, that's that person's details, and the name happens to be, let's say, Helen Luke. It's a Luke man, something like that. An address, we just make that up to way. No, that should be okay. Way. Alright, and that is female, telephone number, postcode, and email. Let's just make up something. And there, membership type, let's say, is quarter. All they need to do is just click on add. There we go, and that's it. Barcode officially generated for her, and right underneath here, that is Ellen's details. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Visual Studio development environment, and we'll put one of these together. Okay, let's start a new project. I'm going to exit out, and right here the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import as follows: import hinter and now we have to import it or enter a star there, and we will import the following as well, and right underneath there. And just for your information, if you don't have the MySQL, you have to come straight to the terminal here where you will have to install that. All you need to do right inside the terminal, I believe you guys can see that. Let's make sure you can see the terminal properly. Yeah, right there. You just need to enter install MySQL. That's all you need to do, and you press enter. I already have it installed, so I don't need to install it anymore. So I'm going to delete that though. So that is it gone. Let's get rid of this, and I'm going to continue since I've already installed that. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a class, and I will call the class member connect. That's fine, member connect. There we go. That's the name of my system. Now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to define my function or method. You can call it method as well. So in there I'm going to enter underscore. Let's initialize underscore, and I'm going to enter self comma root there. So let's get this indented though. Okay, now the next thing is I'm going to use as follows. Let's say self dot root. There should be a space in there. Self dot root, and that is going to be equals root there. And one other thing is I'm going to create a blank space. Come on, blank space should be right underneath here. I think I should save this first because it's not. Let me save it so that I can let the system know the type of application I'm using. Let's look for Python because it has to be saved first. Yeah. Now I'm just going to select this, or maybe select this one. Members. Let's enter member connect. Member connect VS. VS stands for Visual Studio. So click on save. So that is fine. Now I can do something proper. Okay, now I'm going to say blank space. I can just enter space there. That is equals as follows. There, that's a blank space I intend to use. And in here you see the class. Now we're beginning to see that since it's been saved as our Python, we're beginning to see whatever error that might be. Okay, and in here as well I'm going to have to enter the column in there. Okay, so maybe we should start with lowercase. Alright, now come right down here. We're going to say self dot root, and that is going to be for the title. Let's say dot title. No, it doesn't take it that way. The title, I want to call the title. Let's get it centered. 202. Multiply that by blank space, plus. Just going to enter in there MySQL connector. There we go. Now I don't want it resizable, so I'm going to take care of that now. Dot resizable, that will be false. False equals false, and the height will be false as well. Equals false. there we go. So now let's come down here. Now that's going to be for my geometry. The geometry is just how wide it's going to be, the width and the height. I'm going to make that 1360 by 700 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 means it's going to start from the up left and fill up the string. Now that takes care of that. Before I continue, first of all, let me just round up this and we'll try it out. So right underneath here, I'm just going to enter if. No, okay, that's if underscore name underscore equals underscore main, yeah, underscore. No, that should be column, not a semicolon. Alright, so let's say root equals tk. Okay, and the application, that will be equals member connect, and member connect is going to be housed by the root there. Then right underneath here, I'm now going to enter root dot main frame, main loop, not frame, main loop there. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to try it out now, but here you can see the method that should have been highlighted blue because there was no space in there. You see that? This one is white, and here I want this size. This is just the empty size. I want that to multiply the blank space. Alright, let's run it and see how that's going to look like for now. So click on run. I should give a big plain form really. So let's see. There we go. Okay, and that is the title right there, dead center. Okay, MySQL connector, let's say MySQL database database connector. So let's run that again, and there we go. All right, close that. Now let's start with the very first thing I like to do is let me take care of this. I have some variables that I intend to use. That's one of them. I'm going to say equals string, and the next one is going to be first name, and that's going to be the same. Paste and paste, and there's going to be about 7 more or 8 more. And right there guys, those are all the variables I intend to use. Okay, so let's get those out of the way. So have a good look at the lines of code, import all of the following, and then this is your class, that's your class, and there. Okay, now let's come down here. See right down here, I'm now going to, for now let's just collapse this. Okay, but right down here I'm now going to create my frames. Okay, and my very first frame, I'm going to call that main frame. That will be equals frame. Wrong. That will be equals frame, the widget is frame, and that very frame is going to be a child of self.root, comma. I'm going to enter a bracket of around 10 and a border of around 10. The width, I'm going to make that approximately 1350, and the height I'm going to make the height 700, comma, let's get it relieved. That equals rigid. Now, BG, that is going to be for the back color. I'm going to make that cadet blue. There we go. Now this very frame, I'm going to run that up. Come down here. There, dot, grid, and that's it. My frame, the very first frame, is ready. Okay, so let's make sure. Alright, so I'm going to run it and let's just see. In fact, I should just have the color will just be cadet blue, that's all. Now let's see. Yeah, it's now used, that's fine. Self.root. Okay, it's saying self is not defined because of my indentation. Let's get it indented properly. Okay, so let's just, okay, let's try it out again. I believe it's now properly indented. There we go. Okay, you see that is the border. Maybe I should move the size a little bit up. Instead of 700, I'm going to make it about 650. Let's see how that's going to look like with 650, so that you guys can see the border. There we go. Look at that. You see my border there? Alright, I think I may have about 7 to play with. Let's make it 7. 670. Run. Come on. Run. Let's see that. Alright, just about. Okay, that would do. That would do. I'm going to make it 6.8. Yeah, that's fine. So now let's create the other frame. So copy that, paste that in there. This one I'm going to call it the title. Okay, get rid of that. That becomes title. And this other one will be title, and this title is going to be a child of, paste that in there. That's going to be a child of the mainframe. Where's mainframe? Grab mainframe and paste it right in here. There. And this title, I'm going to call it titles because I intend to enter 2 titles, so I don't forget. Let's change these to that 7. Okay, that's cool. And to 1320. What about the height? Okay, it's just a title. We can make it about 800. I can always change it though. For now, I'm going to get rid of the background color and just leave it like that. But here, okay, for now I can say row equals 0, comma, column equals 0. I can always change it. Run. There we go. Alright, so that's the main border and that's the title one. Close that. Now let's create the order. So I'm going to just copy, come right down here, paste, and I'm going to call that search. Stop that. And this is search as well. There. So that is the search. So for the search is going to be its child of that as well. And I'm going to change this to maybe about 5. And that is, maybe leave that like that for now. It is always, I can always change it if there's not enough room. Okay, so that is fine. I'm going to make that 1. Hold on. 1. Okay, Let's create another title. This is the frame title. I'm going to need another one there. We'll just call that title. Paste. Get rid of this. And this second one, it's going to be a child of this very first one. Grab this. Make it a child of this one. Okay. Yeah. Let's just see how that's going to look like for now. But I'm going to add a border to it. Sorry, back color to it. Come in here, paste. And the search, I'm going to leave that like that. No color. Let's run it. Yeah, run. Let's see. Alright, we're getting somewhere. The search is a little bit short. Let's make it 4. Save. Press F5. No. Okay, Control 5 for this system. Let's see how that's going to look. And the rest of it, I'm just going to... Alright. Yeah, that's not too bad. Maybe a little bit too. Alright. Okay, let's just speed up the rest of the frames, and I'll be back with you guys. So copy that and just change things around. Copy and paste it right underneath here. Okay, and that is all there is to the frame. So there they are. So have a good look at the frames. Take it from the top here. Those are all the frames. Let's go right at the top. Bring it down. Down. There. So that is it, all done. Now I'm going to go to, let's run it and see how that's going to look like. There we go, guys. Alright. Now let's create some widget. I'm going to start with, first of all, let's just enter some space in here. Or something just to create, just like commented lines. That is, and this will be for, that's for the frames, this is for the variables. There we go. And there. So right underneath here, I'm going to enter the widget. Okay, the very first widget, that's going to be for the title. So let's go for self again. Self dot LBL title. That is going to be equals label. Open a bracket. This very label is going to be a child of the titles. Titles, yeah, title frames, comma, and the font. I'm going to make this font area. Font that is equals area. You can change your font to whatever you like. Comma 40, comma, let's make that bold. There we go. And the text that's going to be on it, comma, text equals MySQL connection. Right, come out of here. I'm going to enter. Let's do that underneath here. BG, that will be cadet blue equals cadet blue. Paste that here. Then the font color, I'm going to make that white. Right. Okay, let's round up this title. So I'm going to grab it and just round it up. And that is going to be dot read. That will be 0. Row is 0. And column will be 0. The row 0, column 0. Now let's enter a padding to it. I'm going to get a padded left x-axis. We'll make that 90. Okay, so let's run that. Just see how that's going to look like. Hopefully there's no error. There we go. That is it right there. So close that. I'm now going to copy it. Copy. Come right down here. Paste. This is going to be the second one. I'm going to call this Hunter. That is Dynamic Hunter. Alright. Hunter here as well. And in here the text, there is a text with the Dynamic Hunter here. Like I showed you guys earlier, if you use the Wooten name generator, the meaning of Paul Oman is Dynamic Hunter. Okay, that's why I'm using it there. Alright, that is fine. And here, let me just change this to the column with the 1. And I'm going to change the pattern here to about 152. Run. No, is it saved here? I think it's going to be saved here. Run. And let's see how that's going to look like. Alright, there is an error somewhere. Let's see. Okay, let's change this font to 60. And this error, this area, I need to change it to barcode fonts. So the barcode font starts with a C39 HR P24. You can always download this. The link is already in the description area for you guys to download and install it onto your system. Okay, that is the font. So to get this, like I said, you will have to go into your browser and just type in the font. Then you can download whichever you want. So maybe I should just show it to you guys again. So right in here, I'm just going to enter the font. There we go. And that is where you download it. The one I downloaded is right here. Click on the C and come right down here. This is the one I'm using, this very one here. Or you can use this very one. Okay, this is the one I am using, either this or this. So just download and get it installed straight onto your system. There. Alright, so I'm going to run it now. Let's go to run. And we then take it from there. Come on, what's going on? There we go, look at it. Dynamic Hunter. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so let's create another widget. So let me just show you guys what I intend to do now. You see here, I'm going to create the barcode and the search one here. So minimize that right in here. I'm going to need a label. So copy that label, paste it in there. And that very label, I'm going to change the name to barcode. There. And this very barcode, I'm also going to round it up underneath here. So that is going to be, let's grab all of these. The barcode is going to be inside the search function, the search frame. Yeah. grab that, paste that in here, and the text content on it, that will be barcode. What about the name? Let's change the, okay, the name is barcode. Let's change the font to about 12, and the color, I'll get rid of this for now. I'm gonna get rid of everything here. Just get rid of this. There, the background will default to black. Okay, so this, that is too much, maybe around 4, and let's say strictly, that will be west equals west. Right, so let's see. I think that's fine. I'm just going to try it out. Run. There we go. Okay, I'm going to create a text box now. So the text box is going to be right beside the barcode itself. Let's grab all of this. We can change it to run. Copy, come right down here, paste, and this one will become txt and txt here as well. Txt. I have another barcode, so I'm going to change it because I want the barcode to display. So I'm going to change that to cc 0 code, I think it's 39. There, that is the barcode. The size of it 12 or 13. Get rid of the bold, and this is going to be, let's change that to text variable, and the text variable, I'm going to change the name of that to, I think I have a variable in there, member barcode. Yeah, member ID barcode, this one. Grab that, come right down here and paste there. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We have the font. What about the width? I'm gonna come in and let's say width. I'm gonna make that equals 26. That's a little bit too much, but that's okay. Then let's say here, I'm going to justify it. Let's say justify. That will be center there. Okay, so that is taken care of, and we have that. That's going to be 1. Change this to 1. Row number 1, and what is? Let's get it padded. Let's say about 39. I think that is all. Let's run it. If there's any error, we'll just get that sorted. Come up here, run. Where is the text box? Let's see. Oh, and yeah, that's correct. Oh, okay. We need to change this to entry. It's not a label. Entry widget. Yeah, that's all. Now I'm going to run it. Let's see one more time. Okay, that is it right there. See that? That's the barcode going in there. So end that. So let's copy that, and we're going to now use it for the search function. Copy and just change the details. Now maybe we should paste the search underneath. So that's underneath here. That will be for the search. So I'm going to change the name here. So this will be search. That will be search. No, I only need this. Search and search here. I'm going to get rid of this. The other thing that I need will be button. Okay, that's the search, and the search should be right beside it. So that's going to be frame number 2, column 2. Okay. Then we now need a button for it. The width, we can make that about maybe 30 something, and the variable will be search. Alright, I'm going to run that now. Let's just run it and see how that's going to look like. Okay, that's the search, and we need a button beside it. That's good. Okay, right underneath here, I'm going to enter a button. Delete this. I'm going to enter a button right underneath here. I'm just going to call this self dot btn search, and that is going to be equals a button, and this very button is going to be a child of search frame. There. Now let's get it parted by y-axis. I'm going to make that 1. Border, I'm going to make that 4. Font. Let's grab a font here. Grab all of that. Font and the text on it. So I can grab all of these and just paste it here. Alright, font. Yeah, that is fine. What about the text? The text is going to be search. Change that to search. Right. Okay. I'm now going to define the width. I'm going to make that maybe 9. Height, so we need a height for it. That's 1. What else do we need? Border? No. BG color. BG color, that will be equals. I'm going to call it cadet blue as well. Cadet blue. Right. Okay, what else do we need for this very button? We now need to round up the whole button anyway, so I'm going to grab this and just save. I can paste it in here anyway, and then to give me a bit of room, get it parted, bring that to the x-axis, bring that 1. Yeah, hopefully that should work. Alright, let's run and see. Wait a minute, this is 2, then this will be 3 before we run. That is 3. Okay, run. There we go, look at the button right there. So all we just then need to do is just to add some space to it. I think this might be too. Let's see the text. 30 something, maybe we say about 20 something. Let's see, and we take it from there anyway. Let's run. Okay, so we still need to add a bit of space to it. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take it back to that 30 something, and we just need to add a bit of space to it. Now take care of that. Or let's come in here and do this. I can say, let's get this padded here. Let's make that 29. Yeah. X-axis. Let's see. That should. Yeah. Looking good. Looking good already. Going to exit out, and here let's create the rest of the widget. So let's come in here. I'm going to grab this one because this that already has labels, and yeah, it's going to be right there. Okay, this very widget, I'm going to call that member ID. So let's come in here, change that to member ID, and change all of this to member ID. There we go, right there, and this is going to be member ID. Now let's change the, okay, that is going to be the frame, inner frame. Okay, come right down here and change this to inner frame. Inner frame here, and we have another inner frame here. So for the member ID, that is going to, whoa, the wrong inner place. Undo that and undo that. I was meant to change this. Inner place and inner place here. Now the row for the member ID, that's 00, strictly west, and make that about 5. Okay, now let's see what about the text? Okay, inner place is right. Change this. No, this one should be, I'm going to change that there. Okay, what about the width? We make that about maybe 30 something. Let's say 35, and we take it from there. What about the ID? I'm going to come in here, variable, that will be member ID. Member ID. I think it's called mem ID anyway. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I think that might be all with that. Get rid of this. And I'm just going to try it out. Run. And let's see. There we go. That's fine. Alright, so I'm just going to copy and paste it for the others. So grab this, and this is going to be for the first name. Paste that in there, and let's change this to first name. Right, first name. Grab that, and this is first name as well. First name here, and first name everywhere. There, and here, I think the variable is called first name. Yeah. Okay, and what about this? This is, that will be rule 1. Rule 1. And first name is right inside the inner frame as well. So let's run it. Run. Okay, looking good. Looking good. That's fine. So I'm gonna copy the first and just change it for the surname. Change that to surname. And this is 1, this will be 2. 2 and a 2 here. That will be surname. And change all of this to surname. Surname, surname. There we go. Okay, let's run. Run. Let's see. Now we need to change this one. That should be surname. Alright, that's looking good. Okay, let's add a bit of space to this, because when you guys look at it, let me show it to you. You see there isn't much space in there. Let's run it and see. Come on, where are you? There we go. You see, I'm just going to kind of like add a bit of space. Alright, let's start with the member ID. So I'm going to come in here, the member ID just beside, okay, maybe here, just change that to BD, make that 5. Right. What about the font? No, okay, I'll leave that. Then here, let's add another BD here. So I'm just going to speed that up and get back to you guys, and let's just run this, then you see how that's looking. Then we take it from there. So it's just all about the widgets now. Oh, there's a comma missing here. Right, now run. Let's see. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the same thing for the rest and get back to you guys shortly. Okay guys, that is it, all done now. Let's make it look more presentable. And if you come right down here, I've actually finished up with the rest of the widgets. Okay, from surname, address, postcode, or PO box or whatever. Come right down, gender, email. Okay, if you look at the gender, I've actually added combo box. So that is how you create your own combo box. It's not difficult. Right. Okay. Come right down, that's the email widget, telephone number. Okay. So this address, let's change that to type. That will be for this very combo box. That is a type. LBL type, LBL type here as well. Okay, let's run that again. Alright, that's fine. Okay then, let's add some buttons here. So that shouldn't be of a problem. I already have some buttons right here. Where are they? Underneath the search. There we go. I'm going to copy that very button, grab that, and I am going to enter it inside button frame. Okay, come right down here, just paste it here, and that is going to be button frame. Copy there, button frame. We'll change it to run. Anyway, maybe this might be add new, so we can change this one to add new. So let's run it and see how that's going to look like. First of all, just for you guys to see what is there, so click on run without debug. Let's see. So the first button should be there. Let's see what error. Where's that error? All right, here, unknown name. There we go. Cadet. How I just copied it. So let's go up there. Should that just a copied work? Let's see. Yeah. Why did I have double in there? I don't know. Okay, let's run it again and see. There we go. That's our very first button. So close that. So I'm going to copy and paste that button around. So this is meant to be and 0. So copy and paste it, then we change the names around. And let's add 2 more. I'm going to change the width to 11, 11, and 11. Okay. Now, this is 0. This one is 0. So this will be 1, column 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Let's add a bit of space to it, run it first, then I'll just kind of like enhance the look. Right. And just give it a proper name. Alright, let's run it. Where is run? Right here. Run. It's coming up. There we go. Look at the buttons. So I'm now going to just speed up the buttons, change the names, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, that's my button all taken care of. I'm going to copy this. Let's copy that and bring it down here. There. Okay, so everything is in place now, apart from, let's run it first though, apart from the Treeview. So let's come right here. The Treeview will be underneath the button. So let's run without debug. There we go. It's looking good. We're coming up gradually. Okay, let's create the Treeview, then we take care of the database. So right here. And we just need to smoothen up all these edges and so on. That's no big deal. So exit out first. Now right underneath here, I'm going to enter my Treeview right there. The Treeview. Yeah, that's right. The Treeview is right underneath the button. Okay, right in there. So let's say I'm going to call it scroll underscore Y. Okay, and it's going to be a scroll bar. That is the widget, and this very widget will be a child or will be resident inside Treeview frame, comma, let's say orient equals vertical. There we go. And that's my Treeview. So now let's create the Treeview widget itself. So for this Treeview widget, I'm going to call it maybe member. Let's say self.preview Treeview member or member Treeview. So we can say equals ttk dot Treeview. Or let's just change it to member record, something like that. Yeah, member record, member underscore records. Yeah, member underscore records. Alright. So member underscore records is going to be a child, or it's going to be inside Treeview frame. Comma the height, I'm going to make that about maybe 12. It can be changed. Comma column equals columns. It's going to be equals as follows. Here are the data that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to call the very first one member ID. As the very first one. Should be in a quote. Enter a comma there. The second one is going to be called first name. Okay, comma. And the third one is going to be called surname. We'll have about 9 of those. We have address. Then I'm going to call this PO box. Then we have as follows: gender, comma, gender, mobile, say email, M type, that will be member type there, and that's it. So I'm going to come out here and just say comma, the Y scroll command equals this dot set. Paste that here. Also dot set. Okay, first part of it taken care of. Now let's take care of the scroll. Now we need to get it packed. Scroll dot pack. That will be side equals right. And field equals Y. That's for the vertical one. Okay. Now I'm going to get self underscore members. Let's allocate all of our columns now. Headings. Let's do the headings for dot headings. That is going to be member ID, comma, and the text that will be in there is going to be equals member ID. That's the very first one taken care of. I can just copy this and repeat it for the other. So copy and paste. Need 9 of those. Copy. Copy again to speed up things. And just change it around. Right, I'm going to change the details around now. I'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay, that is it taken care of. Now let's round up this heading. So I'm going to say member. Let's copy that. Paste that in there. Member, and I would like it to show the headings equals heading. There. Okay, now let's define all our columns. I'm going to grab one of these and just change it around. So come right down here, paste, so this will become column. There, that's the column, and inside the column there, I'm going to now enter the width there, change that to the column width equals, let's go for 148. There we go. That's the very first one taking care of. The rest I'm just going to copy and change it around. Copy, paste. Yeah. And I'll change that around and get back to you guys. There we go. My columns are defined. Okay. Now let's get it packed though. So I'm going to come in here and I will say sep.packed, and that is going to be filled on both sides, comma extend equals 1. Okay, now let's do one more thing. I'm going to get it binded as well. Dot bind. Since I'm going to be making use of the left key, I'm going to enter button release equal button release minus 1, button release minus, that should be released though, minus 1. Right, I will end it for now until I create my methods. Okay, so let's run it. I'm still going to have to call a method so that I can just click on it and display everything here. So have a good look at the tree view. Take it from the top here. That's the tree view. So bring it down and down. That's the tree view. There. So I'm going to run it. Come in here. Run. There we go. Looking good so far. Alright, exit out. Now let's create a database. I'm going to open up my SQL. Okay, I can use this one, but let's create a new one for those that don't know how to create a database inside my SQL. Okay, let's create a new database. So I'm going to click on this schema here to create a new one, and I'll just call it membership. There we go. Right, that is fine. Let's hope I don't have another membership here. Here I do have one, so I can call these. Let's change it. No, I'm going to call it club member. Okay, that's fine. Club member. Yeah. There. Okay, that is going to be the name of my database, club member. Now let's click on apply. Oh, okay, it doesn't accept. Okay, I'm going to cancel that and just, okay, it's officially lowercase already. That's fine. Click on that and just click on apply. Okay, finish. It only accepts lowercase, and that is why. Where is my club member? Let's go in there. There we go. That's the club member. Okay, I'm going to now right click on the table, and let's create a table. And in there, that is my table. It has to be in lowercase as well though. There. Now drop this double vertical arrow down. Okay, I'm going to now enter the name of my very first field in there. So that's going to be member ID, and I'm going to select primary key, and there is going to be unique, and right underneath here the next one is going to be first name. There, first name. Okay, that's 45, that's alright. Now let's go for surname. And right here, let's go for the address. There we go, just like I have inside my Treeview. Then I'm going to go for gender. Then we have mobile here. There, and underneath here, that's going to be email. And finally, I'm just going to call that M type. That should be member type. So that is fine. There. I'm now going to click on apply. And let's click on apply again, and that is it. My database is ready to be used. It's successful. Click on finish. There we go, and that's it. So if let's go back to the VS coding now. So I'm going to minimize that, and right here, I'm going to go right underneath all my widgets here. Right here, that's fine. No, maybe here. Going to copy this very line and just paste it right here. Okay, right here, the first thing that I am going to do now is I'm going to create a function that I will call show records. There, and this very function, let's say SQL, that is just a variable, SQL connect equals PySQL MySQL and dots connect, and is going to be host equals, that will be local host. All of those details, you should be able to see them in your workbench. Then what about user? User, that will be equals root. There. And after that, password, depend on whatever password you have. So my password for my database is 12345. There, that's my password, and I'm just gonna enter that in a quote. That is it. That's my password there. Now the database name is, that's important, so let's make sure we get it right. It's called club member, so that should be in quote as well. There. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to say the current equals MySQL, or no, SQL connects dots cursor. Then when I want to get it executed, right there. Okay, now what else do we want? Let's use Sql Statements. Say select all from the database called club member. There we go. Right. Now let's say result equals, we now want to fetch it, so I think that's it right there, fetch up. There we go. So let's use an if statement here. If len result is not equals to 0, then self dot member record, that is my Treeview, dot delete, let's say self dot member record, there we go, dot get child here, and enter parenthesis in there. That's fine. So I'm now going to use a for loop for, let's say, no, this should have been indented, and get this indented as well. So for row in result set.member record, come right down here, paste that in here, dot insert comma end comma values equals row. There we go. Now I'm going to say sql.comments, and we just need to get it to comments now. .commit. There we go. And I'm also going to close it. Dot close. There, that's fine. That's looking good. Okay, the other thing we need to now do is to get whatever data I have inside my widget straight into the Treeview. And to do this, I'm just going to call them let's say member info. That's member info. To get it evaluated first. So we say view info, and that, oh, that should be indented though. That is equals self dot member. There. Dot, let it get focus. Now let's declare a variable we'll call len data that is equals self dot member record dot item, and that is going to be the view information info. There we go. Now for the row equals len data and data that value. Grab the value, write values with an S. Okay, now what else do we need? We now need to assign all of my variables that is up there. Let's come in here and just copy those. Where are they? This one, so I'm going to grab all of them up to here. Grab all of them. And come right down here. And paste according to how I'm going to arrange it. Let's see if I can get it indented. There, the member type, grab that, that'll be right underneath here. And this is going to be dot set, and row is going to be in the first array 0, and the same thing applies to the rest. So I'm just going to copy that and change it for the rest. There we go, and just change it around. Let's speed that up, and that is it. So these two, I'm going to have to call them inside the, that should be member info, inside the Treeview. So let's grab this, and the other one is going to be the show records. Okay, let's go for this Treeview. So the show record will be right underneath here. Show record, I think that's how it's written. And here I'm going to enter the member info there, and that's the show records. Okay, so it's looking good so far, and let's make sure it is saved there. Alright, so let's see first before we run it. So let's come in here. Oh dear, there's a comma missing there. Yep. Alright. Okay, so far it's looking good. Now let's run it and just see. We might, even if we enter anything now, we still, okay, since there's no error, that is fine, but none of these are doing anything yet, so let's exit out. Okay guys, I had to speed up the functions. Here is the update function itself, so have a good look at it. That's for the update. Now I'm going to bring it down a little bit. There, that's for the update. Now I have the delete function. There we go. From here down here, that's the delete function. And I've also called the reset. I'm going to show you the reset function very soon. There, we'll come down here. This is the search function. Okay, all we then need to do is to link up all of these functions to their various buttons. There we go. There. And that's all for the function. So let's go up here so that you guys will see the functions for the exit, reset. Those are simple anyway. And the random number generator functions. Okay, those are the various functions. Alright, so let's go right up there. That is the random number function, and here that is reset, and finally exit. So all we need to do now is just to call all of these various functions in their respective buttons. Okay, so let's have a good look at the lines of code, and let's go straight to the buttons. Buttons, this is the search, so let's take care of the search first. So let's go and look for the search function. Delete this, I'm not gonna need it. I might need it, I don't know. But let's come down here. Where is the search? Okay, this is exit, so let's take care of exit. I've already copied that anyway. So that's command equals I exit. That is done. Get rid of that. There. That is exit. And reset is command equals reset as well. So let's take care of that here. Command equals reset. Now delete. Command equals delete db here. Then we have update. Let's say update equals update. Yeah, so we're getting somewhere. Show records, that will show record as well. Let's show, no, we need equals show record. Add new, paste that in there, equals add new. There we go. Now just one more, the search. Let's carefully look for the search. This is the search function, the search DB, so I might as well grab it. There we go. That is my search right there. So in here I'm going to enter search right there, comma, command equals, undo whatever I just done, command equals paste, no, undo that. So it's search DB anyway, search DB, I believe. That is it right here. That should be search DB. There we go. Right. So I'm going to save that and just try that out and see. Hopefully there's no error. Okay, let's see. Take it from the top, bring it down, initialize variables, exit function, reset, randomize or random number, frames, widget, as the title widget, barcode, slash, and the other widgets, list box and entry widget. Okay, we're going to have to try this out. Okay, the functions. Show record function. Member information function. Update function. At the same time making sure there's no error in there. Then the delete function, search function, okay, look at the buttons. Right underneath the button is the Treeview. And that is all there is to it. Okay then, let's run it. Click on run. There we go. Okay, it's telling me the local variable or the the function search DB was referenced before assigned, so I know why. I have my search. Let's look for the search again. I have it up there somewhere. Okay, I think that is it. I'm going to move it all the way. Let's grab it so that it's going to be right down here. Let's come right down here. Let's keep going right here. I can paste it right here anyway. Yeah, paste it there. Alright, hopefully that should take care of that. Okay, now that that is done, let's try it again. Let's run it and see. Run. There we go, guys. That is nice. So let's enter whatever in there. Yeah, and name is, let's say, Peter Pan. And address number 21 Milky Highway. And the gender is male, so telephone number, let's go for 07 whatever, and postcode. Email, that's peter@gmail.com. There. So decision time, and there we go, guys. And you can see the barcode and the message box saying record entered successfully. Click on OK. See that? There we go. And that is it, guys. We can even, let's try out the search. Let's enter 3747 82 and search. There, you see. And let's click on research, reset, and there. Now I'm not going to bother enter any ID number because it generates its own ID number. So let's say the name is Larry Soul, and in here his address is, let's say, Kingsland Road, London. Mail, telephone number, address or postcode. Email, soul@gmail.com. And member type is annual member. There. Let's click on add. There we go. Look at Larry Soul's details there. So guys, with that, I'm going to call it the end of this very beautiful tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. And please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. Believe me, there are a lot of benefits if you're a member. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.